Welcome to my Inform 7 revision video. This is going to show you some of the more complicated coding that I created since my last run through the game, and also I just want to showcase some of the code that I was really proud of throughout this whole experience. One of the things that I set up initially, I had it so that you could really navigate anywhere that you wanted to, but I noticed that my players weren't really progressing through the story much. So now I have a couple puzzles that you have to complete before you can explore everywhere. So initially, let's try to go south. I can't because I haven't examined this room, and it's more that an object that I have to use than anything else. And the detective is the most important part of the game. He's the one who I spent most of my revision working out some code with him, because the entire winning and losing the game kind of revolves around this partner. So if we look, we're in the living room, and there's a body on the floor, and there's a purse. So we could open the purse, and we could open the wallet, and we'd find some information. Let's just take the wallet for now. So now if we look, there is the purse, the mirror, my partner, and there's a body on the floor. So let's look at the body for a second. And there is a cell phone. So we can take the cell. Oh wait, he's not going to let us. And this was code that I added after my initial video, because the way I had it set up before, let's try taking that again. This would just prompt immediately. So as soon as you try to take something without putting on your gloves, you'd lose the game. And although it was kind of humorous to watch my players fail, I could see their frustration because they didn't even have a chance to play the game before they lost. So I set it up so that it does give you a warning, because in reality any good detective should know that they should be wearing gloves before they take the knife, but it is what it is. So let's undo that. And then let's check our inventory to make sure we have gloves. And it looks like we do. So put on gloves. Now we can go south into the study, and we can also go east into the kitchen. However, we still can't go upstairs. And here's another little bit of code that I had from, I think, my initial version. The coroner comes and he takes the body. So if you haven't examined the body at this point, you'll never get the cell phone, and you'll also never get another item. If you look again, it just says that there's a partner and a mirror here. So I'm going to leave it up to you to figure out what's missing. I don't want to give it away, but there's a couple clues that you'll never have now because you didn't pick up all the information that you should have. Let's take a look at this partner so we can get a feel for how you beat this game. What's really key is his mood, which is Detective Burns is indifferent. This is going to change depending on items that you give him. There are certain items that will just leave his mood the same, and then there are some that will increase his mood so he's more interested in your case. And you win the case by giving him a certain amount of clues, and it doesn't matter which ones they are, but you have to give him a certain amount in order or in succession, because if you give him a non-clue, it's going to actually damage his mood, and it's going to make it, you're going to have to find some more clues. So I still can't get upstairs because I set it up so that you completed some of the more simple puzzles before you could move upstairs. So let's go. Well, first let me show you how his mood changes now. If you give the cell phone, oops. Oh, it looks like I didn't pick up the cell phone, so let me check my inventory. Alright, I know for a fact that this item right here is a clue, so let's give that to him. Oops. Give paper to partner. So it's going to give you a little bit of praise, saying this is substantial evidence, well done. If you examine him again, it's going to say that he's intrigued, which is a plus. before I show you how it damages, I'm just going to show you a couple more clues. Let's go west or east real quick. No, let's go south. This was a little bit of extra code that I added. It is right here in the study. There is an email on the iMac. So the only way you find it is if you examine the iMac and then take the email. And this is the clue that is really pivotal to the beginning of the game, because until you give him this clue, you can't progress to the upper story because you're not competent enough to complete these puzzles. The only other thing to look at would be examine book. And I just kind of made it a little bit obvious because this is, again, kind of like the tutorial stage. So open the book, and a handgun falls out, which I coded so that I wouldn't have to change my description of the book after the book is gone. So now if I examine the book, it's just going to say the pages are cut out. So let's take the handgun also, and let's go north. So let's give the email to partner. So now he is excited. The reason it didn't show before was because that was the first clue that you gave him. So let's see if we can find, okay. This is just telling him that, this is kind of just telling you how you have to solve the case, is by giving him clues. If you try to ask him about something, I didn't have time to learn how to code a conversation, so I just set it so that if you ask him about anything, he's going to just say that he's a man of few words and maybe you should just show him evidence. So if you examine Barnes for now, or spelled his name wrong, that's my bad. It says he's excited. So let's give him something that's not going to make him excited anymore. Let's check our inventory.